What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-High Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner off in this thing. OG Gangsta Wicked, a.k.a. Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
Yes, sir. I'm in the building, man. I couldn't wait to get here this morning. Wait, B-High. B-High, before you start, why every time I wear a certain color, it just so happened that you pop up with the same color? I'm just trying
I thought you was trying to rep for my high school, the Maize Raiders, nigga, because those were our colors right
take
there.
This off,
the light blue and the gold, man. That's Maize colors.
I didn't really realize that right now because
I should have been a West Side player today.
I should have been in orange and blue, you know what I'm saying, or red and white. So I went to Cab, you know what I'm saying, blue and gold.
No, I mean the black and gold for Doug High and the blue and gold for Maize High. West Side was happening.
Well, I'll burn it when I leave. What's going on?
But yesterday you caught a lot of flack for your stance on the whole Rick Ross getting sucker punched in Vancouver thing yesterday, man. I mean, what were your thoughts as you read through the comments and you realized that people still wasn't trying to hear what you had to say?
Now, first of all, I do want to say that anytime that I do, and I go through the comments all the time, I'm just a regular person, you know what I'm saying, out here. And so when I do go through the comments, I do want to acknowledge all the people that showed me love. For every 10 comments, you know what I'm saying, 8 is love, 9 is love. So my percentage is very high. I don't want to sit here and give a lot of energy to a few haters that'll look at a caption, don't look at the entire video, and then come in and, and just put their 2 cents into something, or pivot to attack me instead of attacking the underlying issue that we have in the black community. So I ignore those type of people. If your first thing is to look at something that I said on the entire issue, the bottom line of the issue, and you're not intelligent enough to understand what I'm really saying, and you want to attack me, then you know what, I'm built for it. Now let me get back to what I was saying yesterday and the comments that you are talking about. When I said what I was trying to explain to my people out there is that I don't care who starts, who did the diss record first, who went online and put their nose in another, another rap beef that had nothing to do with them. I get all that. The point that I'm making is all of it needs to stop. It's all sucker shit. That's the point I'm making. See, when I'm out here and I'm talking to my son, or I'm talking to nephews, or just young men in the streets that are into the gang violence, or are they flagging, are they repping? The first thing that the common goal with each one that I talk to is, if I'm talking to a blood, well, the Crips started it. If I'm talking to the Crips, well, a blood started. So nothing ever gets fixed because each side always makes an excuse for their behavior to continue the behavior. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So what I was pointing out yesterday is I don't care if Rick Ross started it, if Drake started, if Kendrick Lamar started it. It all ends in stuff. It all ends in the Tupacs, the Biggies, the Dolphs, the Mo3s. The list goes on and on and on. We see the ending to it. There was always someone that started something with each one of those things that we lost icons from. There's always, the other person said, well, they started it. The East Coast said it, they started it. It's always that. It's always that. I'm not trying to get into did Rick Ross, did he diss Drake, and that's why they almost killed him up there in Toronto. I'm trying to get to the bottom of how do we prevent that in the first place? How do we prevent Kendrick Lamar and Drake from calling each other these outrageous names on wax? Here's another thing, B-High. All these jokers be all in the comments talking about this and talking about that, and if they take a stand, either I'm on Kendrick's side or I'm on Drake's side or I'm on whoever else side, and I tell them this all the time right here. Y'all get on here. You rap on wax about another. You call them every kind of name there is under the sun, everything but a child of God. But I bet you we can't get none of them to put on some boxing gloves and get in a ring. Like back in the day at Samuel L. Jones Boys Club, we had this thing we called, if you got beef with a number, if I had beef with you, be high.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
We didn't get up on the microphone in the gym and I do a roast on be high and roll. You know what everybody say? Take it to the cage. Take it to the cage.
Yeah.
And anybody Samuel Jones knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Put the gloves on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see you get your ass knocked out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Since you're so hard. You understand what I'm saying? See what these rappers and stuff do out here is they get on this wax. It's almost like being at you ever seen people that don't really want to fight, and so they do a lot of woofing. Hold me back. Oh, that nigga, man, that's why your mama ain't dead. And you know, and there's people holding them back, and what they really doing is trying to get all their guys on their side, and they trying to get everybody really scared to do it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got so much hatred toward this guy. Let's do a pay-per-view. Get in the ring. If Kendrick and Drake want to knock each other out, instead of me keep hearing all these suck-ass raps going back and forth, and now this rapper can't go somewhere. If you talk about it, by me just talking about it, what if I want to go to Toronto and have a vacation? Now just me speaking, am I finna get jugged or stabbed in the back? Oh man, I didn't like what you said about Drake. I feel like you was taking Kendrick's side, Wick. So now we gonna check. I go to LA. Wait a minute, we felt like you was taking Drake's side because you spoke up. It's just sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, if y'all really want to fight, I'll set the pay-per-view up. I'm sure Floyd Mayweather, the money that he makes off boxing, I'm sure that if Kendrick and Drake call and say, let's take this to the ring and stop all this talking. See, this is what girls do. You know what I'm saying? Our black men in the community, and we've accepted all this yapping, all this talking and stuff. A lot of people be on here talking about, man, I was in prison, man, I was doing this right here. Well, if you was in prison, then you know all that talking ain't even what it is. Either we gonna do it or we not. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody getting up and, nigga, it took, made 10 disc records in the last 2 weeks between the two of y'all. All this energy on these disc records, we could have went 3 rounds, see somebody get knocked out and been done with it, and everybody moved on and gave the money to charity, gave the money back to the black community.
I will say this, that Kendrick has been giving money back to charity based off of everything that's going on. Now, in L.A. and on the West Coast, Kendrick has unified everybody over there and made it a better place.
Now, he has.
I'm not going to fault Kendrick, but now, however, Drake on the other side is still antagonizing Rick Ross after he got sucker punched in Vancouver. He commented on his baby mama. They just going back and forth having a good time, and then Rick Ross calls them out of their name. So I mean, they still can't even clear it up.
And I know everything about the situation with Kendrick when he called all the different gangs up on stage and stuff. So I get it. And I'm not saying that Ross ain't doing some of the same community stuff in Miami, and I'm not saying that Drake ain't doing it in Toronto. Well, I'm not talking about that stuff. What I'm talking about is, as far as the culture go, what is the benefit of getting on wax 3 of the biggest rappers that we got and running their mouth like females back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And other people will get drawn into it and get hurt. We have seen it too many times, B-High. You know what I'm saying? Ross got 30 niggas that he run with. Half them that he's running with ain't no killers or no goons. The security he was with, there ain't no killers, no goons. Them niggas was getting the paint beat off of them. You think that's what they went to Toronto? They went there thinking, hey, I'm gonna walk this man on stage, make sure that, that he's good on and off, get him back in there, be safe, and go home to my family. Nobody wants to go out and get into something they have nothing to do with it and die behind this mess. And a lot of times this is what this leads to. That's the only thing that I'm trying to prevent. I'm not the only one that feels this way. There are a lot of other podcasters, YouTubers, I'm not gonna say any names, they have been preaching the same thing for years. Am I with them? Is my loyalty to Drake, Kendrick, Rick Ross, or whoever, and their beef, or is my loyalties with the culture? I stand on the side of the culture. Point blank, period. I told everybody that I have no dog in the fight. I don't know none of them personally. You understand what I'm saying? But what I do know is when I'm talking to some of my partners in Decatur and we sitting around, they don't know none of me, and they're like, man, I catch that nigga goddamn Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? I'm a straight him. He talked about Big Dog. He talked about Rosa. I catch Drake. See, now you got niggas that you influencing motherfuckers around that have nothing to do with nothing. That's the point that I'm making. That people, the underlying stuff that people aren't getting, our tongue is very powerful. And when you're out here spreading that type of venom, other people buy into it. All them three are going home to their mansions.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going
Rick
home.
Ross almost didn't.
Exactly.
And see, you know what's crazy? The Mac Boney interview that we running right now, before all of this happened, you talked to Mac Boney about the stress of doing shows and having to be on point when you go out there, because you don't know what might happen when you out there trying to do a show.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
And I did. And like I said, Ross, I don't know what the situation was yesterday when I spoke on it. I see, he's being confronted. I hear the song playing in the background, and I'm not looking at that particular point when I'm viewing this. I'm not looking at who is right or who is wrong. Did Rick Ross cuss them out there? Did he do this? Did they antagonize him? Is Drake antagonized him this morning? I'm a bottom line man. Stop the bullshit, period. Y'all are all blessed. These are multi-millionaires, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them blessed. I think that we have gotten into as a community and a culture that this type of stuff is, we can't make money, or we can't move forward unless there's some type of hating, there's some type of tearing down, another icon. What they're beefing about, is it life or death?
Hell no. See, for me, Wick, when I look at this kind of stuff, I think it all goes back to money and lack of creativity. And that's just the bottom line. When it comes to communicating with each other, we got to be creative in how we discuss things with each other. We don't have to, offend nobody to get our point across. However, when it comes to this music and stuff like that, it's like, hey, man, just get in there and make hits.
I think it's jealousy.
A hit.
I think it's jealousy and envy. I think that it reigns true in every single segment of the black community. But if a man came up doing something illegal and he the big time kingpin, niggas in the hood want to rob him, knock him off. If this person is a black business owner and if you don't hire him, now they don't want to shop with you. They want to break in there. We turn right around when we're rioting and stuff and burn down most of our own stores.
Yeah.
We don't go out to South Cobb and burn down, Bloomingdale's and all this stuff. We come in there and burn down, Mr. Barber Shop, and all us meet at the community youth center.
Yeah.
This is the type of stuff anytime, and I'm just sick of it, that I see a black man, getting on top, it's always the crab in the bucket thing. Hey that rapper on top, that rapper right here, that rapper making too much money. How dare he say something right here? I think he was talking about me. It's the mentality. I have been there. One thing I do pride myself on is I was not the biggest. There was groups here, and you like to say it every day. This person like to say it every day. That was bigger than Wick. Now we can start naming a list of Atlanta rappers that was bigger than Ghetto Mafia.
Yeah.
But one thing for sure, ask any of them, have I called their name on a motherfucking record? And I know the fuck niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know the niggas don't got slapped out. I know the niggas that don't been at my shows. I know the niggas I don't had to walk out, of a show with my partners, because they was up but on wax talking hard. But one thing about it is, I've never been jealous enough to get on a record and call a nigga name out. Now I had one thing that one time we stole a Big Boy car, and I wasn't even talking about no Big Boy. Every hood got a Big Boy. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well,
every hood
too much like Big to me.
No, it did not.
Okay.
What else sounded like Big? Because I said I stole Big Boy car and got my strip on. We stole Big Boy car and got our strip on. I didn't even know Big Boy what car he had. I'd never seen a car from him. We had never been kicking it. Every hood got a Black, Big Boy, Slim, Cutthroat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are names.
Lil Dave is somewhere.
So exactly. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying we stole Big Boy car. That's the big dog in the hood.
Yeah.
We stole Big Dog car. We got a strip on. That was it. I'm a real nigga. If I want to call a nigga name, I want to call his name.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't do every record. You can't go on no record and see I don't call this nigga name about some old sucker shit like that.
That's
because
right.
I don't see nothing that's positive that's going to come from that. If I got a problem with a nigga, I'm going to pull up at the show.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm from the old school, like Witherspoon said.
Well, that's what they did with Rick Ross.
what the fans did. That had nothing to do with it. Not the rappers that they going back and forth with each other. You pull up at the show and confront him and talk as men. That's what I know you would do with me. That I look at it as female tendencies. If the girls was doing that amongst each other, all our girl rappers, I'd be all right with it. But a bunch of bosses. You know, I ain't seen so many bosses back in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yapping, back and forth, I got to make a record before 12 o'clock to diss him real fast. It's just not how I'm cut. Maybe it's what everybody, you know what I'm saying, it gets their morning started, or it motivates them. It just doesn't motivate me. My thing is Beehive, all joking aside, I just think that the diss record culture, I don't know, kind of, you know, where it really originated from, but I think it's something that our culture can do without. That's just my bottom line.
The issue is that folks is trying to make this money, and they don't care. They want fast and easy money, and it's so easy to make some money and to gain the clout too as well just by dissing somebody.
That's already doing
what's hurting me. It's like, hey man, the quality of the culture is declining because nobody wants to put forth the effort to put out a quality product or make a quality argument. It's just, hey man, F you, you full of shit, I hate you, you know, and all this extra stuff, man. It's killing the game. And it's not just in hip hop, it's across the board, in America. It's like the quality of everything is going to hell because nobody cares to really practice their crafts anymore.
Right.
And folks are just doing whatever the hell they want to do, and they putting out bullshit. And then the people like yourself who would have a powerful message or a good direction for people to follow, they don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it. And Beehive, and I'm going to end it on this, and I'm glad before I forget about it. I'm putting out music right now.
Yeah.
You just said something that people don't really want to work. It's easy to go diss whoever on top.
Yeah.
I can stick my nose right now in this Drake and Rick Ross beef.
Yeah.
I can call Kendrick out. I can do, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to sell some records right now.
Yeah.
So the fastest way, like you just said,
exactly,
is to diss whoever has motion, right?
Facts.
Not only could diss people, diss rappers that are out right now that are hot, I'm on a platform that it'll go viral.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this proves my point right now that, you know, it's some certain stuff that me morally and me coming from, you know, with street game and street code and rules that I'm just not gonna do. Even if it's just the easy thing for me to do. You think I don't wanna, you know, do 1 billion streams tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think I don't wanna be on tour worldwide tomorrow? All I gotta do is just diss this record right here and then come on to over 350,000 people and fall back like this and chill out.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You know how easy that would be to do?
Yeah.
So if I can resist that and stand on mine, whatever I get out of the music, I'm gonna get it straight up. If it blow all the way up, I'm gonna be able to sit here and say, I did that, my music did that.
That's right.
Not me taking a shortcut by dissing Sexy Red because she on top.
Yeah.
Or dissing whoever. Young Thug locked up now, started calling his name.
Yeah.
You know, just sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if y'all like it, I love it.
Okay. On another note, though, Wick, I gotta ask you how you feel about LeBron James getting drafted to the Lakers, man. What were your thoughts on that?
I love it, I love it, and the reason why I love it, you know, there was a lot of people mad about that. I heard, I got both my partners in the hood. I always take everything back that we talk about, and I go to the hood because hood's gonna let you know.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that was a sentiment indicator that, you know, man, LeBron, man, his son can't even really, you know, he ain't all that. I ain't never really seen no highlights on him. He averaged 12 points in college and blah blah blah. He had he had heart problems and blah blah blah. So a lot of the sentiment is that LeBron got him in the league, right?
Yeah.
My question is, so what?
Come on.
And you know how many times that the Chinese hire their own people in stores, that Mexicans hire their own to do this, that whites hire their own to do this. You think little Billy Bob and all them that's running a Fortune 500 company, they really deserved it? Now the dad and the mama and the grandparents, it was generational wealth that was held down. They ain't putting me and B-High in there to run Coca-Cola right now. You best believe it's gonna be great grandkids. And you understand what I'm saying? So that's the American way. Is, you know what I'm saying, is to take care of the family first. We start the family in and then we work our way out
Exactly.
And if we got a little money for the other side, then we will.
Yeah.
And I look at it as LeBron James. Get your son up in there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? There's been plenty other coaches and motherfuckers that work behind the scenes that have players in the league right now that don't deserve to be in there. Your boy Giannis, I was just about to say that. His brother played. They said he couldn't play high school basketball right now. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't average 2 points in high school right now on an AAU team.
Yeah.
But he getting a check every day because Giannis said, you know what, if you want me, then you're going to have to take my brother. I know it ain't all that, but we a package.
Yeah, exactly.
So instead of you getting 30 points a game, you're going to get 32 points a game because he going to get them too.
Exactly.
But you're going to get 32.
Or 30.5. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not I commend it. I was giddy about it because I'm not a hater.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? See, that be that mentality.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I got part of that, man. You know, he get to do. Well, he just brought his son Kendrick. I said, so.
Well, see, my thing is the same people in Atlanta that's mad about LeBron. Do you know who your number 1 draft pick is?
Right.
We just had the number 1 draft pick. That's what you really need to be mad about. What's going on here in Atlanta? We don't know what the hell's going on.
Right. What you need to be mad about here in Atlanta is giving up Luka Doncic for Trae Young. We ain't been the same since.
But now when Trae came in, Trae put it down. Trae put it down.
He did. Let me not.
Ice Trae.
He been goddamn hot Trae lately. Yeah. I mean, you know, hot cocoa. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn hot coffee. But don't get me wrong. I don't want to hate on Trae.
Yeah.
Because Trae puts butts in seats here in Atlanta, and Trae kind of reminds me of the Mike Vick effect, to where even if we won or lost, we just wanted to go see Vic.
Him.
We want to see Vic, and so Trey brings that.
Yeah.
Win or lose,
he got some star power.
He's gonna put a good show on.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? But now if we're really trying to if we're really trying to win the championship and be about the fans, that's what disappoints me.
Yeah.
When you let this player go, when it's obvious, everybody in Atlanta saying, "Hey, take the 7'5" guy that can," and you take the 211 guy.
Come on.
But hey, I think that LeBron, getting back to it, I wish he was my daddy. Because I would have called and said, "Pop,
come on,
my leg hurt. I don't even know if I can play with these guys. But I need my own chick."
I mean, the beautiful thing is, though, too, what people are looking over is that Bronny almost died about a year and a half ago, man.
Yeah.
So, they wanted to get mad at him about being emotional for being drafted, but he was probably thinking, hey, man, I was laid out on that court, passed out all over the place.
Correct.
And my dream almost was deferred indefinitely.
Absolutely.
And I'm actually getting a chance to live this thing healthy, and I get the chance to play with my daddy.
Right.
And I mean, first of all, we ain't seen it since Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. was out there doing their thing.
And in baseball, Beehive, I don't even count that because once you get 35, you can play another 10 years. You ain't doing that but popping some seeds.
Yeah.
And, standing and maybe stand outside in left field and get your 1 or 2 little catches here and there. You don't have to play every day.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So he might play 1 out every series. So it ain't the same wear and tear on the body as basketball. Just LeBron even being around, bruh, to see his son play. That's just it's same as in football. If you can stay around to 40 to see your kid come in the NFL, that's like that feat there is amazing alone. So you know how I feel about LeBron James, man. I'm happy. I would have did the same thing. Only problem I have with it is I wish I was in the family. Because if he can get him in, I know I can get a 1-day contract.
Come on, man. And see, my other thing is, LeBron James, just as a cultural figure and icon, now he's carried himself well. You ain't never heard no bullshit about LeBron. The only time you're going to hear something about LeBron is because he's winning too much.
Absolutely.
Or, he's not Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
But other than that, I mean, this man is a father. So as a father, he done took care of his family, been married to his wife the whole time. Mm-hmm. What more do you want from LeBron other than to salute him?
Well, Beehive told you, people salute the underdog when you're on the way up.
Yeah.
And they salute you when you're on the way down.
Yeah.
When you're at the top, you ain't getting saluted.
Oh, my God.
They salute you in two areas. They salute the underdog going up. Everybody cheer for you because they cheer against the person that's on top. So they want you to knock them off. Then once you get on top, They mad at you. And then they gonna cheer you when you're falling.
Why do we not want to show love and celebrate nobody?
We like to celebrate them after they retire. Because now
they out the way. See, you know, Nino 305, he told me about that one time. He said, B, you ain't gonna get your flowers because you in the way.
Because you're in the way. That's what it is.
And you're not in nobody's way. You just need to do better than what you doing over there.
That's the same thing that's going on with the rap. They all be attacking each other because they have motion.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And people without motion love it.
Come on.
It's theater.
Come on.
So, I mean, that's my stance on it. Hey, I might be wrong about certain things. One thing I do like about the people, and I have noticed this, I don't want the people out there that's listening to me to ever think that I'm angry, because I'm not angry, because I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to the max.
Yeah.
You know, if I died today, I did what 0.00001% of people can do. I've heard myself on the radio. I've seen myself on television.
Come on.
I have millions of views on records. I've been on the #1 podcast in the world. Anywhere I go, I'm known.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have accomplished minds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And the people out there, when they're, you know, one thing I can say about the people, they are, you know, when they do check me about something, for the most part, it's OG checking. I have seen the temperature in people change, you know what I'm saying, from when I first started this show.
Yeah.
We can have that report. Niggas will come on and say, OG Wick, you wrong about this right here. Let me tell you why you wrong.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. I ain't a sensitive nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm giving my take, which is my take on a situation, and the nigga come on there calling me something untrue about me, don't know nothing about me, see, that be the sucker shit.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? But as far as, you know, for 99% of people that look at you and I, they get it.
Yeah.
And for that, man, we're blessed.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at it. So, LeBron and Bronny, I'm looking forward to that show. And to be honest with you, Bron might get mad at me for this, but I need him to keep on playing till the other boy get in there and be a player coach and just ride it on out.
Why don't you ask LeBron to give you a job being the towel boy?
Oh, hell no!
Since you just tap dancing for him so hard up in here, maybe you can pump the basketballs up or something. You know what I'm saying? But
first of all, they don't want me out there because I'll be out there dunking on everybody on that court.
So
see, that's the other issue.
So
buddy, no.
I haven't seen no evidence of this. You say you was a 5-star.
Just go look at a Jordan highlight reel. I used to do all that stuff. So if you watch Jordan on Instagram doing all that stuff like that.
So let me get it right before we leave. You ran a 4.240.
That's facts.
You was you jumped 30 inches.
You damn right. Maybe 42.
You stopped Andre Rising from scoring.
Shut down, Andre.
You burned Dion.
Dion can't catch me. Shit. They must need go back to 1994. Ben Hill Recreation. You'll see number 5, known as Hightower. He would get that ball and start trucking folks.
Right.
That's on the football field. On the basketball field, on that little short, little tenon under goal, I was hanging from that thing like Shaq. Okay? Okay. I was a beast, man.
I got to see evidence. I don't. There's not one person that has stood by you when you tell these stories.
Okay.
There's not one person.
My mama, she got the MVP trophy at her house. My mama.
They gave everybody a trophy for participation.
Back then, see, no.
Everybody
that's for these new school Negroes. They did not do that
has
back
a trophy.
No,
let me ask
you
the
had
people.
to be great back
Let me
then.
ask the people. I want y'all to post in there if you got a trophy for participation. They used to give one for first place, you get a ribbon, second place, the green ribbon, and third place, the yellow.
Everybody didn't get the MVP trophy. I got the MVP.
Whatever.
Hit the comments, Be High Radio, shout it, Big Galaxy. Let us know how you feel. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.